Good morning. My name is Nathan Morris. It's February 3rd, 2022, and I'm here because I'm launching the Ottawa Dads Walking Club in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, and March 1st. And I want to answer a question some of my friends have been asking me. They said, "Why are you launching a walking club? Ottawa already has walking clubs." And you're right, Ottawa already does have walking clubs, and they have these really cool photos on the website of like happy groups of men and women socializing and chatting and on their walk. And some of them, have a sort of a dating-ish element, and that's super. That's great. But this, I looked, I didn't see another walking group that's for dads. I believe that in 2022 that dads are isolated. I think that part of it is because, let's say a guy has a bunch of friends before he and his wife or partner start having kids. The group of friends, there's a whole bunch of things that the friends do. They go out to pubs, they go out to nightclubs, they go out to sporting events, and then once some of the people in the friend group start having kids, I find that people start splitting up because it the childless friends feel it's annoying because you show up with a crying baby at their party, you show up at a restaurant, and the toddler is creating disturbances, and it's like creating an annoying vibe with your kids, and so they stop hanging out with you, and then, oh, easy fix. Oh, why don't the people with kids start hanging out? Yeah, we wanted some. I definitely, when my kids were small, and went on a few play dates, but they never seem to really. They never. Most of them seem to be like just one and done. Like you do it. It's really hard to form a close bond with all that stress of all the parenting duties, like you can when you're younger and before you have kids, and so the first thing you might think is, oh, easy solution. Dad should hang out with other dads, and I just think that men have more of a challenge making friends. I don't know if I guess it would be a cultural thing in our society. Like I've been so many times with women, and they'll meet another woman, and they'll say, "Hey, we should hang out together and have tea together." Yeah, that's a good idea. And then they trade numbers, and I just find that that doesn't work so well for a dad. If I meet another dad, and I think he's cool and funny, and I ask for his number, it just we are not as good at connecting. And so I think for men, rather than getting the other guy's number, I think what because of our challenges with making friends, I think a much smoother way to hang out with other men is to do a group activity, because then no one feels that, oh, this is getting really intense, and I feel this pressure of being friends. I actually I'm not claiming that Ottawa Dads Walking Club will necessarily lead to friendships. It may not, but it will get you something that is not as good as friendship, but it's a good substitute on the way to making friends, which is camaraderie. I almost wanted to use the word fellowship, but fellowship has religious connotations. It's great what churches do. Uh, Churches in my neighborhood offer fellowship. They say, come to our church and we'll hang out, and you can chat with the other people, the other parishioners, chat with the pastor, and we'll have tea and cookies, and that's a great thing. Except that they also wish you to come to church on Sundays, and the reason I didn't use fellowship is I am not going to be handing out Bibles. The one thing I am, and the one thing I will be handing out is encouragement for people to work on their goals, and do self-improvement. Now you might say that, well, why are you pushing self-improvement? I wouldn't say I'm pushing self-improvement. I just think that, from a stance of humility, I think we all have something to improve. I'm not telling you what to improve. You set your own goals. So one guy might join the club and say, I'll do this walk. I'm gonna do this walk, but I actually don't need to set new fitness goals. What my goals are is I want to work on my music. Okay. Now we're not going to offer music tips, or let's say the guy says he wants to get it back into drama that he did in high school. We're not going to offer any specific tips. We don't have those skills. But what we can offer is we can talk about how. So let's say the guy's in the group. He's like, okay, I'm a stay-at-home dad. I got a lot of time that I'm at home, and sometimes when the kids are naps, I want to find something I can do when the kids are both sleeping. Uh, and I was thinking maybe I'd like to be a singer-songwriter in 5 years. Okay, what we can do is that's like a vision, and we can in the group say, okay, well, let's break that down. What are the things you're going to need to do? And we'll ask the dad, okay, what do you need to do? And then the dad will say, well, I'm going to need to learn to sing, I'm going to need to learn to play guitar, and I'm going to need to learn to write songs. And we can then help work with that person to break down those different requirements and work on them over the next couple of years. That's just one little example. So the main thing that the Ottawa Dads Walking Club is going to be is it's going to be a relaxed place for dads of all ages just to hang out and get some light exercise and socialize. And so this brings us to the final part of my little morning ritual here. And for those of you who are new, Ottawa Dads Walking Club is launching on March 1st. And so for the entire month of February, I want to just demonstrate because one of the first challenges in March is a 620 push-up challenge. 10 push-ups in the morning, jogging, and then 10 push-ups. And just to demonstrate my commitment to this activity, all the month of March, I'm doing jogging and push-ups every day, and 6 days a week. And today, I'm increasing the number of push-ups by 1 each day. So it started on 10 the first day. Today is 12 push-ups. Okay, Nathan Morris for Ottawa Dads Walking Club, and have a great day.